find a solution to the standoff of the revenue allocation formula has not struck a compromise. Should we just abandon this and, just revert to the status quo?
The constitution is very clear what needs to be done. There can't be, there must be a decision. A decision has to be made. The problem is that when the president and his handlers made changes in the Senate by fiat, like kicking and stepping on some people's toes, so these people are still grieving. So their opposition is to embarrass, is aimed at paying back the president. It is not about the formula. The formula, if the president had not made those changes, they would have been quietly passed. You would have seen more comment and whatever. Then the other problem is the new majority leader is still thinking Murangaish. He has not looked at the whole country. So anytime you don't vote or seek to vote the way he wants, he goes back. I'll tell Muranga people, I'll tell Uhuru. He does not know that you need to cajole people, you need to talk to people. This is the time that the president would be able to call his deputy and say, Woodliam, come my brother, we come from very far. Yes. This is the position we are saying. Don't embarrass me, my brother. This is the time that Irungu Kangata should visit Murkomen and say, my brother, this thing now is like this. We will look for funds to cushion these people. This is the way, but this formula is based on statistics, it's based on figure, it's based on law, it's not based on what Uhuru will get. So you lobby, and then a few, you don't arrest them in broad daylight, Malala here. That's old Kanu style which we rejected in the name of Jesus. You call them, and then some of them, I'm told, if you meet them in the toilet in Parliament building, they work very well. That's what you would have done. They should know how to connect to these people, then therefore it will pass. Otherwise, they should allocate me some funds. I'll walk around these senators. And then by the time we finish, some of them you call Baba. You visit Baba, say, Baba, talk to Orengo. Then Orengo should prefect those who are joking. We see them. Then you call Kalonzo. And then Kalonzo will call some of his senators. Like my friend Kabaka. Then they put together and say, my brother, now even the president's reputation is at stake. Yes. Let us work out something. These people are not that difficult. They are just trying to munyuring because they are unhappy. Some of them were removed in an ignominious manner. So what I'm talking about is style. Style has been wrong. Method, tact has not been applied. They should revisit in a tactical, reconciliatory manner.
And still on the rift between the president and his deputy, it is also very clear that the two leaders have very different views of the path of 2022.
Vitisho imekuwa mingi Kenya hii. Wewe ukionekana namna hii utapelekwa kwa DCI, wewe ukifanya hii utapelekwa kwa sijui EACC, ukiwa salamia fulani unawekewa kesi.
Mimi naambia wenzangu na viongozi wenzangu, njooni tusaidiane, tutendee wale ambao wametupatia hii nafasi. Na uongozi si wa mtu, uongozi ni wa Mungu. Na Mungu ataamua wakati wake ukifika. Hii mambo ya tushindane hapa bure. Shauri.
The president says he's focused on service delivery, but the DP is decrying the harassment of leaders who are allied to him. Can we now accept that the relationship between the two gentlemen is completely shattered?
It is temporarily shattered. If the rift between Raila and Honorable Uhuru, a bridge could be made over a cup of tea. And this was sworn enemies in various points.
Yes.
What about people friends? I know if you left President Uhuru and Honorable William Samoei Arap Ruto in the room, they will laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh until their handlers come in and say, why are you laughing with that thief? And Raila can say, they don't allow that piece of corruption to baptize you. Yeah? That is it. So it is not that deep, if you ask me. But the directions have been taken. The deputy president feels betrayed. And I think the route that the president has taken against his deputy, if you ask me as Weda man of God, is wrong. they have been through the trenches together. Now when you see John come or Jack or Achieng come lately, dancing on the matrimonial bed, and him is out now singing choruses in some godforsaken churches, then you know the bitterness is real. If we were in August 2021, I can assure you from what I see, the deputy president will take on the president direct. And they have fought together. They have been on the same side. They know each other's strength and each other's weakness. 2021, the DCI and the DPP may not be listening so much to the president, because that is now what the president is relying on. DCI, DPP, EACC, KRA, and Raila. But I think as you go forward, they become weaker and weaker. You have heard from the president says higher. Now higher means as you go near elections, now you can't charge people. You can't take Ruto to court. You can't do what? Honorable Raila maybe dancing reggae. It may be difficult to dance reggae. So I keep on praying that there is cessation of hostilities.
There was a public showdown between Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and his former ally Johnson Muthama.
Imani ya Wakenya, na kwa sababu ya Wakenya amejitoa kama sandaka, kuteswa, kupigwa, kunyanyaswa, bora mkombolewe kutoka katika minyororo ya watu fulani.
What I wonder, if you truly believe in the fight against corruption, how can you associate with anybody you cannot preach water and drink heavy?
Kalonzo says he won't be misled a third time by Muthama, who led him to support Raila Odinga on 2 occasions and now wants him to be running mate to Deputy President William Ruto. Does Muthama have the influence to sway the Kamba vote in 2022 towards the DP, or will Kalonzo remain the kingpin?
It is not the people you can sway. Some people don't have supporters. Jesus Christ didn't have many supporters. He only had about 12 of them, and 1 ran away. But you may have the wisdom, the knowledge, you're able to see. That's why some of us are armchair politicians analyzing on the table. When you go out in the field, the whole bunch belongs to Raila. You hear Honorable Kalonzo now saying he was misled.
Yes.
When he was not misled, he ran for elections himself. That time he honestly believed he was the most popular man. Even Raila, he believed, was unelectable. He defeated him by far. And then what did he do? He quickly jumped onto Kibaki's side, and Kenyans felt betrayed. So when people were cutting each other, killing each other, he had already taken a position. People are saying, surely, Kumbe, you are doing this for himself. I don't think Honorable Muthama has been known or has ever sworn to fight corruption. So that when you tell him you can't associate with Mheshimiwa Ruto if you are genuinely against corruption, he has never himself said, I'm fighting corruption, I'm fighting what? He knows what he wants and he goes for it. And I think he's investing for the future.
There was a curious sideshow a few days after that Kalonzo Muthama clash, when the former Machakos senator started nose bleeding during a funeral ceremony, just as he was comparing himself to the veteran Paul Ngei.
I am a person who doesn't fear death. I am people's defender. I am like Ngei. I took my character from Ngei. I don't fear being jailed. I don't fear bullets. I don't fear sickness. So, place Masako in the grave, so I go and rest. And if Kalonzo is seen, let him be told to learn appreciating. Because if it wasn't Muthama, he could not have become vice president. Secondly, he said, I forcibly take him to Raila.
At that point, Muthama was so overwhelmed by the nose bleeding and had to be taken to hospital for treatment. Very bizarre events, don't you think, Weda?
We have heard people here singing and saying, if you stop this, you can't stop them, and God cannot stop this.
Yes.
And God stopped them and they're buried. Anytime you hoist yourself above Jehovah, He will tell you that the earth belongs to Him. He gave it to us as managers. So the way he was talking, you can hear. He was playing God. And you know we are mortal. And he was acting when he was talking in anger also. So the blood pressure is running. And the vessels are giving up. That's why we say, humble yourself. That's why God wants us to humble ourselves. So the way he was talking, he's dragging people here, dragging there. But what does God say? Humble yourself. You can talk like that and just find yourself dead. We praise Jehovah that is fine. Let him go and ask Baba, Honorable Raila Muludinga. He said, nobody can stop reggae. Immediately, COVID came. Reggae stopped. He said, look unto the Lord. Look up to the mountain where our help comes from. He didn't. He came back and said, reggae has just been halted. We will continue. And he had put my president now, they were red. And that day, I said, God, do not allow this to happen. Then he was taken to Dubai. The back now can't dance reggae. We are telling our leaders, this earth belongs to Jehovah. As you talk, please know you don't own it. You can brag and God can ensure you are stopped. Not that God will kill you. You allow the devil to come in. You allow whatever you pronounce because there's power of life and death in the tongue.
Yes.
And the moment you use it, you can have life or you can have death. So when you open the windows in your spirit, it comes and the devil will never delay. He will use you as a living example. So I ask my brother Mudama, may God protect him, cover him. And as they do politics, let us remain in the realms of Kenya and local politics. Let us not bring in the spiritual realms. I'm like gay, I'm like this, I don't fear bullets, I can die. Even Amin said, I don't fear death. When the Tanzanians were coming, he ran to Saudi Arabia. So these talks, they should stop.
One of the criticisms of devolution is that we have devolved corruption to the counties. 2 governors in trouble with the law this week. EACC raided both homes of Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru's in a 23 million shillings corruption probe. Yesterday, the DPP gave a go-ahead for the prosecution of Migori Governor Obado in a multi-million shillings scam involving the governor and his children. Have county governments become the new centers of corruption in the last 10 years?
County governments have not been there before. So when they came, it's just a spillover from the central corruption. What you are seeing, I don't think it is increased corruption. I think it is increased reporting. Before, these monies would be swept and stolen. You just see people becoming richer and richer, but there's nothing. Now, Kenyans and the world are vigilant. See, you have seen now even when people are dying, people are recording.
Yes.
In unlikely circumstances. You see now in America, you shoot somebody, there's a video. You still say that we have videos all over. That is the same when it comes to corruption. But the counties came in, they didn't have structures, and people got in, and because we glorify those who are wealthy, they went in to steal. Then along the way, fortunes changed. The fear of the high and mighty started fading, and now they are being exposed. When you see what is happening in the counties, that is the only place where somebody wants 50,000. He went in even as an MCA, riding on a borrowed Sukota boxer, and then in just 1 year, he has 3 V8s, palatial home. He now eats with a big spoon. He knows how to use a fork. Before, he used to eat even without washing his hands or her hands. Theft. So, these things, when you look at it, it is not new corruption. It is just, these are new institutions, but tides are turning because the common Mwanyananchi is now too hungry. They are noticing. Before they would not notice, they would worship you. But now they are asking, how come? So and so was my classmate. We were doing how do we call it? Manamba business together here at the bus stop. Suddenly now he's a billionaire. What did he do exactly? That is where we are.
Country has been gripped by the shocking events that played out at an apartment in Kilimani, Nairobi last weekend, leading to the death of a 28-year-old man called Kelvin Omwenga. 2 suspects were arraigned in court this week and have been remanded for 12 days as investigations continue. And here now is the Chief Government of Kenya pathologist Johansen Odwor revealing the autopsy results.
the chest on the left side, and the bullet tore through the heart. Then there was collapse of the left lung and a lot of bleeding in the left side of the chest. But when I look at the bullet, it was a near shot, and the bullet entered through a higher point than the exit. So the trajectory was going lower. So when you look at the entry, the chest is at a higher point. When you look at
the circumstances of the case, the evidence, CCTV footage, eyewitness accounts, once again, the focus on the firearms in the hands of questionable characters. This is quite a case, but what does it take from a strictly legal viewpoint to sustain a murder charge?
Number one, you thought you wanted to kill. In other words, you had what is called malice aforethought, and then you did something that has led to the death of a person. If you kill without malice aforethought, accidentally, then it becomes manslaughter. The circumstances that is describing, it is very difficult to talk about manslaughter. Because for you to aim a gun under circumstances where you cannot say your life was in danger, it was in self-defense, basically it would be murder. And it depends if that was his house, then the rest are intruders. So it's not about people having guns in their hands, people having been licensed to have guns. A gun is a very innocent tool. The problem is the human being, and we used to have problems with these guns even before the license. The ones that are killing the Nairobians are the ones that are not been licensed. They are the ones in the wrong hands. You hear the killings in America, the police are having them.
Yes.
So it is more to do with the human being. I don't think even the gun that Babu Owino used came out of his pocket and then said, I am shooting people. No. You have to draw it and cock it. You have a lot of time to think. Cock it. You have to. There is no gun which is just said you have to cock it and you use force. That time is enough for you to think. If you have malice or arrogance or pride, then you continue. But if you are a human being, you have a human heart, then I'll look at the beautiful face of Julia and say, I can't kill this one.
The US elections are less than 70 days away. Democrats and Republicans picked their nominees. The party conventions have given a sneak preview of what the elections will be all about. Joe Biden and friends like the Obamas and the Clintons versus the incumbent Donald Trump and his family.
Possibly get worse. Trust me, they will if we don't make a change in this election.
I wish Donald Trump knew how to be a president. As Michelle Obama warned us, if Trump is reelected, things will get even worse.
I never expected that my successor would embrace my vision or continue my policies. Our proud reputation around the world badly diminished. Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't.
When I listen to that and then I see the horror that he's left us, the stupidity of the transactions that he made, he was so ineffective, so terrible.
It was all going very well for Trump with a booming economy until COVID-19 struck, and then the Black Lives Movement, and then just this week, another black man shot and severely injured by police. It'll take a miracle for Trump to retain office, don't you think?
That is for the Americans to decide. I really don't give a hoot who they are. My worry is how it will affect us as a Kenyan, as Kenyans. That's why I'm inclined. During Obama time, Kenyans had a special status. If you get a visa, 5 years, I have a 5-year visa.
Oh.
And Trump said, I think he just forgot. But he said they will be reduced. And so that's how it affects us and so there are some policies that he puts in place that are not good for us. Otherwise, if he was re-elected, I'm game. If Joe the Biden comes, but we look at it and in terms of the way he has handled corona issues, speaking as a man, we have been embarrassed. The women have gotten this thing. You understand? You got all countries led by women. Dandy, complete and sin. Now countries led by men. As we are led by Trump, Bolsonaro, all these people, you look at it. Here at least President Uhuru is trying, but our neighbor grows. Tabu. So we are saying, hey, in the male race, in the COVID pandemic, we have been done. So we are praying that either he changes tack or a new man comes so that we are rescued. The boy child is under siege, and now they have statistics to demonstrate to machine war with big job protecting lives. Then we just know how to make war. The other day, TDJX was saying, Corona has made people, he no longer hears people are planning to attack, countries are planning to attack others.
Yeah.
Iran is no longer a threat. All these people are now scampering for safety. So, for the sake of the boy child, we need redemption. We need to be redeemed. Otherwise, these ladies, and you know there are many, even in Kenya, if ladies just woke up to vote themselves, they take over everything.
There are many.
So, let them not have any more justification. Otherwise, we are finished. That is the basis where I'm praying very hard. Either Trump changes his heart and approach and believes science and implements policies, or a new man comes in to give us hope. Otherwise, and I continue praying for President Uhuru to continue going as we are going. Kenya is a bit safer. If he also missed it and magufulonized this our country, we would be gone.
That's been the big conversation this morning, helping you get a deeper understanding of the social, political and legal events of the week gone by with our regular analyst Ambrose Weda, Esquire, Advocate High Court of Kenya, board member Lake Basin Development Authority, canon in the Anglican Church of Kenya, published author, and make sure to join Ambrose Weda every Sunday morning on Rise and Shine to discuss spirituality, prosperity, success and other highly motivational issues from 8 to 9 a.m.